Buenos dias. Good morning, my beautiful beings that are following this message. This is Dawn from the heart of Dawn. Just want to say this message is for you. This message is for you. Yesterday, oh, just got soaked with that wave. Yesterday, there was 10 people that took my program, and 8 of them for the first time. And oh my goodness, what was the door was the 13-year-old. I was thinking, wow, 13, imagine getting your life all completely transformed. All of those negative patterns, that the chitter chatter and the ego mind racing and all of the beliefs of who they think they are, gone at the ripe old age of 13. Oh my goodness, it was so beautiful to watch. And of course, yeah, I wanted to get as close as I could to the ocean for you. Well, I'm pretty darn close, let me tell you. Here it is, right here. It's coming up. Anyway, but to watch from start to finish, a little short of 3 hours, here are these beings that had all of these programs running, and some of them have been in programs most of their life, and they were, you know, as late as in their 60s. And here they were, like, not ever seeing that piece that was driving their system. You know, one person said, like, if I'm all of who I am, then I won't be able to be invisible. Well, why do you need to be invisible so I don't get hurt? And it's like, and another one that had talked about the rage from not fitting in, and it went on and on and on. And when we were finished, all 10, the transformation was absolutely electrifying. Oh, it is such a beautiful experience to be on this side, watching them go from just, what is he talking about? How does this work? I don't know what these programs are. Where do I find it? And on and on and on. And then to watch them, and as recent as last night, getting these crazy, amazing updates already from 3 o'clock yesterday. And now they're like, wow, I feel completely different. All of those programs, they're not there, they're gone. Like, imagine that. Imagine having a lifetime of programs and patterns gone in this case, 3 hours. And that's usually long. And I could just feel the power coming through me yesterday as each one of them were able to put aside their intellectual chatter and be able to see all of the programs and patterns of the ego, both negative and positive. And that was a wake-up call for a lot, because the positive ego and the divinity look similar. They look very similar, but they are as dramatically opposed as day is to night. Seriously. Yeah. And then, of course, all the tricks the ego used was even in play yesterday. You know, it was still trying to hold on. It was still trying to keep them in their intellectual programming, in their limiting programming, in keeping small programming. But at the end, it was like, oh my goodness, it's so electrifying to watch. And that's what I'm here for. And it's just even that much more proof of these 41 years of putting together this 125,000 piece puzzle, and knowing where each one of them fits, and the language and what you're looking for, and the sabotage, and how the ego plays, and how it stops them from even taking the program, but those 10 it didn't, and on and on and on, and to see it all play out and complete in 3 hours. And I still come back to that 13-year-old and just listen to her bawling and crying as she released all of these pent-up emotions. Do you know how freeing that is? And it's those pent-up emotions, no matter what age we are, that they're still locked in there, and they create all those symptoms. They create the diseases and the injuries and the accidents and the broken relationships and the greed and we could go on and on and on like the grains of sand on this beach here with the number of symptoms that are created by that ego. And the shock, the absolute shock on everybody's face when they recognize that they gave the ego the job to protect them. Some of them at, you know, like at 2 and 3 and 1 and 5, you know, like, you know, that's how I'm going to be protected from what's happening around me and the perception that was created from a certain event. And then turning that over to an ego energy that doesn't know how to do that any more than a 2-year-old can learn how to drive a bike, a car. But yet we're still doing it. They still did it. And no matter how much it didn't work, because it can't work, because there's no way it's possibly can work, continuing to do it. But to be able to identify that, to be able to identify the origin of that, and make the decision, that free will to decide, I am shifting from having the ego, positive, negative, wounded or not, I'm taking my responsibility back from that decision I made, and I am putting it back in the hands of my divinity, of who I truly am. And watching them shift, watching them jump from that one old, archaic, intellectual, ego-driven, fear-based, externally referenced system into that internal power, the internal power of our divinity, of their divinity. And once again, I didn't give them a darn thing. I didn't. They already had it. Just had to be chipped away and found. And just watching their faces begin to shine is just what I am here for. So anyway, that was the first month. We did February 7, 14, 21, and then the accumulation of the transformation on the 28th. And we're starting again this Sunday, whatever day that is. I never looked. March 7th, March 6th, March 8th, somewhere in that vicinity. And we'll be starting again and follow up with those that did it. So I encourage you to step up. Don't let the ego stop you. Anyway, I just want to say how touched I am to be given this gift to assist you, man. I'm humbled by it all. And anyway, so from the heart of dawn, have a magnificent day wherever this finds you in the world. Bye for now.